Hello, my loves. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for your mid-month musical messages reading for the twin flame soul connections out there. So, of course, it cannot possibly be for everyone watching, but if it's your story, comment below. If not, you can check my channel for other messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid. Reverse roles however they apply. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can catch future readings. So welcome back to all of my subscribers and those of you who support this channel. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. If you're new, we'd love to have you. So subscribe and check the description box below where you can check me out on social media and find all of the links and ways that you need to contact me. It's all listed down there, guys, and I love hearing from you. So be sure to reach out. And of course, if you are resonating with these readings, I am still running my promotions till the end of the month. So you can take 50% off on your love and soul connection readings, $11.11 for your messages from your person readings, and 20% off on all oracle decks listed in my makeplayingcards.com shop. And again, all those links are down below. So in this reading, we will be looking into Mr. Divine Masculine, of course, but the most important part of any of these twin flame soul connection readings and the biggest takeaway for you guys should be your soul growth. Okay, so we all know it's not about the meat suit, and yes, sometimes in separation, okay, we can feel very saddened or empty without our person, but we have to remember that separation is an illusion, okay? Twin flames are one soul, so you cannot be separate from that which you are. If you do resonate with this journey, the important part of it is your spiritual ascension and a remembrance of being whole and complete with or without this person by your physical side. So, regardless of your situation or what's going on specifically for you, be sure to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We never force a storyline to fit. And of course, I will catch you on the flippity flip if it's not for you. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the Elemental Oracle and see what Spirit has to say about your Divine Masculine's overall energy. What is the overall energy of the collective of Divine Masculines right now, please? And what does Spirit want us to know? Well, I was going to shuffle some more, but since these two were conveniently left out, I'm going to go for it. So we have Moon and we have Sun. Oh my gosh, you guys. Literally Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine coming out side by side in the overall energy. So, as you all know, if you have not already seen my full moon in Leo reading, this seems to be a little bit of a carryover, okay? That whole reading was about two divine counterparts coming together in their aligned and highest vibration, okay? So we have Divine Feminine with the moon, and we have Divine Masculine with the sun, okay? So bright, positive, forward motion energy and a revelation of deeper emotions, okay? Things that have been hiding under the surface, secrets coming to light, listening to their intuition. So I feel a major integration here for Divine Masculine right now, tapping into their feminine energies and standing proudly in their Divine Masculine energy, which is something that I feel as if a lot of us have been waiting for. So if you feel like you are starting to become more aligned within, okay, so keep in mind too, you can also watch these readings for your inner Divine Masculine because that's where it begins, okay? So if you're starting to feel more aligned from within, then understand that your Divine Masculine is the without, okay? So as within, so without. Divine Feminine starts those changes from within, and the masculine projects those things into their physical world. So if you are aligned and you are whole and you are complete and in union with yourself, that is when things will materialize in your physical world with your Divine Masculine. So let's take a look at the bottom of the deck and see what else we have here. Yes, and we have North, okay? This is the number 1 card in the deck, signifying the energy of the magician, moving forward, following one's true north, creating magic and manifesting miracles into the physical, okay? So this masculine is onward and upward in their life right now, and nothing is holding them back. Very beautiful energy. Oh my goodness, y'all. And right under that, we have speaking your word, and the key word is voice. So not only is this energy coming into alignment, but truth is being spoken regarding this connection. Okay, so again, everyone's personal situation might manifest different physically, but if you're on the twin flame journey, then a lot of us are really dealing with these same sort of themes. Okay, so let's move forward into the Friends Tarot and see what is going on a little bit deeper though, okay? So what's going on in the conscious awareness of Divine Masculine currently? Wow. So first off, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So again, manifesting into the physical. The Ace of Pentacles is stability. It's an offer, okay? It's an opportunity, if grasped, that can grow into something beautiful, okay? The Ace of Coins is like the golden seed. So maybe for a long time you've been communicating on the 5D, or you've been, manifesting behind the scenes, wondering when this offer was going to come in, wondering when you and your masculine could finally have this new opportunity for a beautiful and stable beginning. So this is kind of like the underlying theme here, the offer that needs to be made, right? So let's get a shuffling going and see what's going on inside of this masculine's conscious awareness. What does Spirit want us to know about what they're... Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm about to literally end this reading and cry because not only do we have the Ace of Pentacles popping out again, but it's not just about any offer, you guys. This is about the offer to the Divine Masculine's counterpart, okay? So if you would like some more reference to that full moon in Leo reading, we were talking about the King of Cups and how they've been repressed, okay? All of these deep emotions, all of these feelings, but not being able to speak their truth because those in their environment are not truly aligned with them spiritually. But the Queen of Cups is, okay? So we got Phoebe over here sipping her tea, being the queen and baddie that she is. But Phoebe doesn't chase, okay? Phoebe does not chase. The men chase her. But that's because she is a deep and spiritual soul, okay? And this makes me think of the episode where Joey has to ask Phoebe to break up with someone for him, and she just does it so gracefully. And there is this element of grace that the Queen of Cups possesses, because not only is she capable of this unconditional love and empathy, but again, she doesn't run around town and try to force this cup down anyone's throat, okay? She's not running these streets trying to make anyone love her, okay? Because the Queen of Cups is so focused on her own love, on self-love, and keeping that cup full, that she doesn't have time for any of that nonsense, okay? And that is exactly the type of woman, the type of person, the type of energy that this Divine Masculine is focused on, that they are wanting to build with, okay, in the physical. So the masculine is literally thinking about proposing to the Divine Feminine, okay, making a stable offer in the physical, because in their mind they know that the Divine Feminine is the Queen of Cups, okay, someone who is so full of love, so capable of nurturing and kindness, and unlike anyone else that they have ever dealt with in their life, okay? So, Queen of Cups coming out and the Ace of Pentacles in the Divine Masculine's thoughts. Now let's go a little bit deeper into their heart space, okay? just got a glimpse of the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is another big theme that was coming up in that full moon in Leo reading. Whoever that reading was about, that person was done with the Five of Swords energy, okay? They were finished with it. And you know what? The moon popping up in the reverse, what did I say? This masculine is ready to reveal the secrets of their heart, okay? They're ready to let everything that they've been holding back rise up to the surface. And they're done sitting around keeping themselves stuck and confused in illusion about whether or not they should express themselves, okay? I feel like this full moon in Leo energy that we've been experiencing has given this divine masculine the full-blown confidence to finally come out and say what they need to say, okay? And this has been a big theme in these readings that I've done over the last week, okay? Lots of messages about confessions of the heart coming through. So let's get one more card for this divine masculine's heart space. Let's elaborate on those emotions, please. What else does Spirit need us to know about what's going on in the divine masculine's heart space? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So, listen, this divine masculine wants you to know that in their heart, they've always been dedicated to their divine feminine. Okay, they've been moving very slowly, but with purpose. Okay, so you could quite literally be dealing with an earth sign, but I feel like this masculine has been very focused on their stability, and not just financially, but their stability as an individual, okay? Because they don't want to come forward in any sort of distorted energy towards you, feminine. They want to come over and let you know that they've been working on this, okay? They've been getting stable, secure, and they've been dedicated moving forward, okay? They want to come in with this offer. There could be, again, something to be said about the fear of actually coming forward, because obviously the Knights represent still having some lingering fear. But I think the Knights of Pentacles fear is not being good enough, okay? Not having enough. So let's move forward and see how this divine masculine is viewing their feminine in the 3D. How are they viewing the feminine or the feminine situation? How is the masculine viewing the feminine at this time? So, listen, this chunk is too big. So I'm just going to take these because they're the ones that my fingers wanted to hold on to. So you have the Emperor and the King of Swords. So the masculine sees the feminine taking control in her own life. Okay, we have the divine masculine energy with the King of Swords. Lots of masculine energy here. So again, the masculine sees the feminine embodying this divine masculine energy, and the masculine is getting on that same page. Okay, they're doing what they have to do to be in that same vibration. They see the feminine taking control, okay, charging forward in their physical, taking action in ways that advance them in their lives, and being very truthful in how they move, okay? The King of Swords is someone very cutting, okay? Someone who cuts to the point. They don't waste their words. They're not just gonna talk just to talk. King of Swords can also signify cutting out people who are not on the same page or the same level, okay? So the feminine is very strict about who she's communicating with right now. She is not wasting any time. And she is embodying the divine masculine, and the divine masculine sees this, okay? And you know, I think there's something to also say about the fact that these two individuals are represented by Richard and Chandler. Okay, so let's talk about Monica and Chandler for a second. All right, Monica and Chandler were right under each other's noses for years and years and years before they ever made a move on one another romantically. And you have the story of Richard, okay, coming back in at the last second to tell Monica, spoiler alert ahead if you haven't seen Friends 10 times like I have, but he comes back in at the very last second, okay, when Monica and Chandler are a little bit vulnerable, to tell her that he loves her, right? That he wants to have children with her. He wants a family. But at the end of the day, Monica knew that even though Richard was willing to give her everything that she wanted, that Chandler was her true counterpart, okay? So I think also for some of you, the divine masculine could be seeing you choosing them, right, over any other individuals, okay? They're seeing the divine feminine refusing to acknowledge or allow anyone in their life that isn't in this same energy, okay? So more of this like divine masculine taking a page out of the divine feminine's book, right? Seeing her and saying, you know what? I should be doing that. So let's talk about how this masculine is going to be moving forward. Yeah, Knight of Swords. We got Janice up in here. Sorry, I had to do it. I love that show so much, and I'm literally watching it like right now. I think I'm on season 7 right now. But anyways, I hope that you guys will watch Friends if you haven't already. And if you don't watch Friends, then you're a weirdo, okay? I'm sorry. I'm just going to put it out there. So Knight of Swords, they're coming in hot, okay? They're coming in to speak their truth. And you know what? They don't even have time to even really think about it, okay? They're just ready to say whatever they need to say, whatever comes off the top of their head. This could also be them coming forward with a difficult truth to speak, something that could potentially be hurtful. But again, I don't think that's their intention. I think it's more like they've really held back for so long that when they come forward, they're going to be bursting through that door. Okay. They're going to say what they need to say. And no matter how it sounds or what it is, okay, because sometimes the Knight of Swords can be like a foot and mouth sort of an energy. So be prepared for this masculine to come forward in a very, I just heard the word flustered. So they're flustered. They might just be feeling like they're about to pop, okay? So they're coming forward and they do not care who or what is in the way. They're going to say what they need to say, period. Okay? So let's talk about what their desired outcome is of this situation. What do they want? What is their desire here? The Sun. Okay? And I love that Phoebe is also the Sun. So we're talking about how the masculine knows that the feminine is the Queen of Cups, but look at all of this masculine energy that's showing up representing the feminine, okay? So the masculine's desire is for a new start, okay? For enlightenment. They want a new positive beginning. They want you, feminine, to say yes. Okay, that is their desire. That is what they want to come from this whole scenario, okay? When they speak their truth, they want you to be on board, all right? But keep in mind, they're fully aware that you're embodying this masculine energy. And they are also aware that you could potentially cut them off, okay? So again, we're going back to that fear of the Knight of Pentacles. Even though in their heart they want to come forward with this offer, I think they're just a little scared that they might not have enough to offer. So on some level, the masculine is still struggling with detaching from the material world, okay? Being afraid that they're not going to be or have enough and that they'll be rejected by the feminine, okay? So let's ask Spirit, what is going on behind the scenes for this masculine? What is something that we don't know that we need to know? Oh my goodness. These cards keep flying out in chunks, and I'm going to take this one, okay? And it's big, but we're going to talk about it because I kind of feel like since we are talking about behind the scenes, this could definitely be a relevant story, okay? So we have the Hierophant. Okay, we're starting out with the Hierophant, and it all popped up on its side. Don't really know the order of reversals. We're just going to talk about it. So the Hierophant is marriage, okay? It's marriage, higher levels of commitment, traditional spiritual beliefs. So this could be the very thing, the very bedrock that was faulty, okay? They could have been in a marriage that was very outdated and steeped in old religious beliefs and values, okay? This could also be saying that the masculine is marriage-minded. They could also be expanding their spiritual beliefs. And this could be something that they want with the feminine, right? But I feel like, again, this is what's going on for them. So with the Chariot coming up in the reverse, it's like this person can't get away from this situation fast enough, is what I just heard. So they're in their Chariot, okay? And I love how we have the taxi. This is like the perfect symbolism for the Chariot when it comes to friends. And this takes me to the episode where Phoebe goes to meet her dad, and she cannot for the life of her find the courage to get out of the taxi, okay? Joey and Rachel are in there with her. They got the fucking killer dog jumping up at the window, like the whole thing, right? It's an anxious scene. Phoebe is needing to take this step, but she's unsure, okay? And that is the energy of the Chariot. Now, since this was in the reverse, again, I feel like this person can't get the hell out of that situation fast enough. They're ready to step on the gas pedal, okay? They're done letting the engine rev. They're done just sitting there in the fucking driveway. They're ready to go, okay? They're ready to move forward and take action. Chariot is also the energy of Cancer, so Cancer season could actually be very relevant for this storyline. But next we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Oh my gosh. So this person has spent a significant amount of time with their cup being empty, okay? This is literally the opposite of being filled with self-love. This is being all poured out, okay? I feel as if this person has experienced nothing but an empty cup in this situation, okay? The love was all poured out is what I just heard. So maybe this person and this other person that they were with in the past did have love for one another, but oh my God, it was contingent upon, is what I just heard. It was contingent upon things, okay? What this person could do, right? What your divine masculine could do for this person or give to this person or provide to this person. It was like all an obligatory connection. Nothing remained in that cup of love because this person was completely drained of all of their energy. Okay, this person that they were with, have a feeling that they were a bit of an energy vampire. So next we have the Knight of Cups, okay, in the upright. So this divine masculine wants to be romantic. They want to express their feelings. They want to make this romantic offer and proposal, but not to someone who is only going to want them if they're providing, right? Not if it's going to be with someone who is only going to love them if they get gifts or some sort of monetary exchange, okay? That's not what love is about. This person is craving this emotional release, okay? They're wanting to express their feelings, but with this Knight energy, they've been afraid to do so. Notice how the Notice how the horse is about to like kneel down, right? They're taking a break because even though they have these intense emotions and they want to express them, there's something that they're afraid of. And I have a feeling it's this Monica individual over here, okay? And I do love Monica and Friends, but I'm gonna be honest. There are women out there who are like that, who are very anal and very controlling, okay? And even though Chandler was her perfect match and she found someone, there are lots of women and men, okay? It's not just the women, so don't come for me in the comments. But there are lots of men and women who are very controlling and who like to be the dictator of the relationship, okay? They're in relationships for all the wrong reasons. So, anyways, not to diss on Monica, but the next cup we have here is the Five of Cups in the reverse. So this person has been stuck in a cycle of sorrow and grief and sadness, okay? This Two of Cups opportunity has been put on the back burner so that they can deal with massive disappointment, okay, and sadness. This person really is living a life of regret, okay? And that is sad. This person has been living on a loop of regret is what I just heard. So they know that they need to stop feeling sorry for themselves, okay? This ain't no pity party. It's time for them to take action in the direction in which they want to go, right? It's time to start building a solid foundation. Now, the Three of Pentacles can always signify a third-party situation, right? But for me, this specific card and in the placement of where it's at tells me that this divine masculine has been building behind the scenes, okay? Probably collaborating with individuals that they can trust, that they can go to, that they can count on, probably even going to people for advice, okay? Maybe financial advice or investing behind the scenes, because this masculine is concerned with building their own foundation. Okay. If this was a third party at some point, I don't feel like it was because your person was just being overindulgent or because they were just trying to, keep their options open. I have a feeling that this person was stuck in a financial situation already. And now they're also trying to manifest a new situation. Okay. Trying to come together with someone who's going to be on the same page as them in life. Okay. Now, the next card we have here is the Queen of Swords. We have Monica coming up again. Now, keep in mind, too, that the feminine is being viewed by the masculine as the King of Swords. So this could also be saying the masculine sees that the feminine is their true counterpart, okay? The masculine sees that the feminine is the one that's always been honest with them, and not in a crude or harsh way. The feminine has just been honest. There is no connotation to honesty, okay? There is no right or wrong way to be honest. The truth is the truth. And the feminine has always stood up in her truth, regardless of what anybody else said or thought of her. And I think that that's important to say here, okay? The masculine sees that the feminine is their true counterpart and knows that above everything they've gone through, that the feminine is always being truthful, okay? Not only to them, but in their life towards others about their path and their journey. The feminine has never shied away from that. And this is more of that energy of like cutting away anything that doesn't serve. So this could also be saying that this masculine behind the scenes is also channeling their own divine feminine energy and beginning to rise up in their own truth, okay? This could be them saying, you know what, like I'm a fucking warrior and I'm going to stand up to whoever this person is / was, okay? Being honest with themselves about what they really want and who they really want, okay? So what is challenging this divine masculine at this time? Because that was pretty long, but what's the specific challenge here, if any? And you know what? I love how the voice card came out. We were just talking about the masculine learning how to speak their truth. The challenge here is the Seven of Swords. Okay, the masculine is trying to strategize a way to speak this truth, maybe without hurting anyone. Okay, this is like a sneaky or like backdoor energy. But more specifically, I'm thinking about what's going on in this card, okay? You know, Monica ends up losing her job in the earlier seasons and has to work at this tacky ass diner, okay, where she has to sing every 5 minutes by request and has to dance and roller skate on the tables. And it's embarrassing for her, okay? So that could be very symbolic here. This masculine could be trying to figure out a way to to get by, okay, without having to answer to their indiscretions, okay? So again, the challenge for them could just be having to deal with all of this dishonesty. They could try to be figuring out a way to come forward with the truth to the feminine after putting her in a third party, after lying to her, after, you know, just in general being shady, okay? And I'm not saying any of that because I'm trying to beat up on the masculine, because you know what? The masculine's journey is their own, okay? And I have a really strong gut feeling that they're not proud of how they've treated the feminine. Okay, they're not proud of it at all. They're not sitting there like, like I got one over on her. No, this masculine is not proud of their past actions. Okay. And that's the challenge, trying to figure out a way to speak the truth while also finding absolution for their indiscretions. Okay. That's really like all I can say. So, what's on the bottom of the deck in the process energy? Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. And in the reverse, I might add. So look at Kathy with this sword behind her back, ready to gut poor Chandler, okay? And obviously, let's talk about this too, because I feel this is worth being said, especially since we just saw the Seven of Swords. This could be the just the energy of being worried that feminine is not going to trust the masculine because of this betrayal, okay? Because they stayed in this loop for so long and refused to end things with someone who they know they weren't supposed to be with. Now let's talk about Chandler and Kathy, okay? The way that they met was not the best, okay? And Joey graciously, even though putting him in a box, he still forgave Chandler and basically stepped aside so that Chandler could be with Kathy, even though Joey was dating her first, right? So Chandler should have already known, okay, that when you get yourself into a situation like that it could potentially end the same way, okay? So this could be a few different things, but hopefully y'all know where I'm going with this, okay? So the masculine could be worried that because they started things out with the feminine in a third party, that karma will come back around to them, and maybe it already has, okay? So feminines, those of you who are sitting there thinking, yes, I was put in a third party, this reading is probably for you, first of all. And second of all, this masculine has experienced karma for putting you in that situation, okay? And again, not trying to say like feminines are completely innocent, because as feminines, it's our decision to either entertain said energy or walk away. And I feel like a lot of us have walked away, okay? And just kind of stepped back, allowed our masculines to figure things out on their own, allow them to live the life that they chose, okay? Regardless of, like I said, this loop of regret that they've been living in. Not only that, but they've experienced direct karma. So this means that a lot of these divine masculines, and tell me you haven't been hearing this in the collective, okay? A lot of these divine masculines are realizing that these karmic partners that they stayed with, okay, for whatever reasons, have also put them in third-party situations, okay? Lots of masculines are uncovering infidelities themselves and starting to say, well, damn, like, I tried to do the right thing. I stayed with this person because, I felt guilty. I felt bad. I turned my back on my divine feminine. And here I just got the same fucking thing happen to me from my karmic partner. Okay. So, end of the story. Obviously, if you guys have seen Friends, once again, sorry if I'm spoiling any of it for you, but when Kathy ends up cheating on Chandler, you have to look back and say to yourself, like, Kathy was never to be trusted from the fucking beginning, okay? So I think it's funny how they have her on this card with this sword behind her back. Meanwhile, Chandler was so in love with her, okay? So I think a lot of these divine masculines had chosen their karmic partners, made efforts toward their karmic partners in order to make up for these indiscretions. But at the end of the day, these karmic partners were never interested in fixing things, okay? All they ever were interested in is getting revenge on these divine masculines. And for some of you, these karmic partners have been hell-bent on getting revenge on you, divine feminine. But the great thing about being a divine feminine is that we are divinely protected and guided, okay? So amp up your protection because I'm telling you, these karmic partners have been out for blood recently. And if they can't get to you, they will do everything they can to get to those masculines, okay? So interesting messages popping out. I'm gonna set this right here. And some of you might be saying like they got what they deserved or they got what was coming to them, but you know what? No one deserves to experience that sort of pain. I feel like this person, this divine masculine, has been just going around and around and around on this hellish karmic loop. And the great thing is that they're finally starting to see the truth, okay? And that's what I feel like a lot of us have been praying for. So let's get some clarity. I know this reading's already long enough, but let's elaborate a little bit more. Is there anything else the Spirit wants us to know? So we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, I think that this masculine is definitely keeping an eye on you. I think that they're watching your social media. They could even be doing the old drive-by, just trying to run into you or try to see you or just see if you're okay. Because again, I think a lot of these feminines have been pulling back and deciding to just let things be, let things fall into place naturally, which is great. That's perfect, right? Focusing on yourself, as within, so without. But these masculines are feeling that energy being pulled back, and it's making them reverse those roles, right? Now they're watching you. They're keeping an eye. They're stalking. They're driving by. They're visiting places where maybe they know you might be, okay? But they're doing so because they're trying to observe you, feminine. They're trying to learn more about you so that when they do approach you, they're prepared, okay? So if you feel like someone's watching you, it's because they are, okay? So these other cards fell out here in a chunky chunk. 5 of Swords making its appearance, okay, talking about petty arguments, disagreements, stank ass energy. All right, so this masculine could still be dealing with some of this, all right, trying to finally release themselves from this karmic cycle. The number 5 obviously signifies changes. We then have the 6 of Swords, so 5 to the 6. Their plans are to move away from this energy and heal, okay? They want to move to the other side where the waters are calm, where they can experience healing and a renewal. And that's required, right? You cannot just bounce from one thing to another. This masculine can't just show up at your door if they're in the middle of this shit right here. Okay, they can, but I have a feeling, feminine, you'd probably shut the door in their face and tell them to have a blessed day in the Lord. And you should, because, I'm sorry, I love my masculine more than I ever thought I could ever love another person. And if he showed up at my doorstep today and told me that he was still like involved or that he was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I'd be like, okay then. Well, thanks for telling me, but you can see yourself out now. Like, there would be no way that you would want to entertain someone when they were still entertaining someone else. And I do understand that some of y'all's situations are very complicated, but overall, it's hard to focus and love yourself when you're worried about someone else not loving themselves, okay? You cannot be the masculine's savior here, all right? You can be their light. You can guide the way. You can be there for them, sure, but you cannot save the day, okay? You are not no Captain Save-A-Ho feminine. This masculine needs to figure it out on their own, and that's exactly what they're doing, okay? They know what's going to heal them. The fucking Queen of Cups, you. Okay, they already know who they want. And with this Temperance card coming up here, they've been very patient. Okay, you've been very patient. But Temperance is all about divine timing, everything happening in a divine order. And I love that Temperance has the scales of justice on it as well. The balancing of the scales, the balancing and integration of the masculine and feminine. It's exactly what we were talking about. Like I said, y'all, you cannot make this stuff up. So, bottom of the deck here, we have the Fool, which was the challenge in the full moon reading, okay? So, the processed energy here is this masculine knows. They know they've been foolish. They know that they've made some mistakes, but they also are preparing to take this leap of faith, because when the Queen of Cups pops up twice... It's like one of those things, this masculine, you think y'all are getting bombarded by signs? You think that y'all are having dreams and telepathy and visions and all this stuff? Can you imagine what these masculines are going through? Awakening to who you are, why y'all are here, seeing things the way that they're meant to be seen and not through the illusion and the mask that they've been told to wear their whole life. Okay, this masculine is ready to take a leap of faith. So beautiful energy coming out in this reading. Let's get a love and relationships affirmator card and see what Spirit wants us to know. What is the overall advice here? Okay, let's read this one first. So we have wants and needs. I take stock of my relationships and I'm honest about what I want and need from the people in my life. I note the difference between the two. Wants are negotiable, needs are not. Both may be desired and either may be acquired, but that's getting into Venn diagram territory, and no one wants to draw one of those, though some of us might need to. So you know what's funny is, talking about drawing a Venn diagram, this reminds me of the episode of Friends where Ross makes the list, okay? So this could be kind of like saying that your masculine is comparing right now between what they want versus what they actually need, okay? Understanding where they've kept themselves in situations because of material things, okay, or the stuff, whatever it is, whatever reasons, comfort, safety, security. And we talked about this in one of the zodiac readings. Sometimes people tend to find comfort and security in situations that are abusive because of things like Stockholm syndrome, okay? They spending so much time with people who are narcissistic and manipulative, sometimes you end up picking up those sort of traits to defend yourself as like a defense mechanism. And so I think that this masculine is going back and forth between what it is that they truly need in life to be secure and stable versus the things that they just want, okay? Things that they can do without. Now, we already know that the masculine wants the feminine, okay? When I say that they need the feminine, I'm not saying that like it's a needy sort of thing. Like they feel as if they don't have the feminine that they are going to fall apart or something. But they know that they need the feminine in the same way that they know they need to breathe, okay? In the same way they know they need to brush their teeth in the morning, okay? It's like a natural thing that they know they need. They need the Queen of Cups in their life because that is the counterpart to their true authentic energy of the King of Cups, the Emperor, the King of Swords, all of these divine masculine energies. So figuring out what they want versus what they need, okay, and being realistic in moving forward. So that could also be advice for you, feminine, recognizing the difference between the two. This could also be advice to kind of cut back right now, start saving your own money. Don't be indulging or overspending on things that are frivolous. Putting your money, your time, your energy, your resources into building up your side business or your main business, okay? Investing in your family and yourself, but in a way that's practical, okay? Let's see what else we have from this deck. Do we have another message from this deck? Maturity. I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I'm grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of my life and see value in even the most broken pieces. AKA internet stalk my exes and I really dodged a bullet. So, Spirit's telling you that a part of growing in this journey is being mature enough to recognize where the shit that you've been through is all a part of making you the highest and best version of yourself, okay? And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, you earned your trauma or anything like that. I'm just saying that every bit of trauma that you've gone through is for the greater purpose of making you into the best version of you that you can be. Being grateful for those hard times and being thankful that you were strong enough to get through it, okay? Because those are the things that prepare you for the next step. So if you're in any sort of karmic connection, or if you've recently gotten out of some sort of a karmic connection, thank your lucky stars for what you went through, okay? Because it made you stronger. So let's see if we have one more card from this deck, and then we'll move on to the musical messages portion. I feel like there's one card, but actually there's two. I always do that. I'm like, can I get one more card? And then it's a stack. So we have boundless love and boundaries. Interesting. Boundaries, boundless love. So I'm going to read boundaries first. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken and sometimes it's given. And sometimes if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. So not allowing anyone to knock down your boundaries, okay? You claiming your rights to keep your boundaries up, okay? You don't owe anything to anyone. Your personal boundaries are your own. You don't owe anyone an explanation, okay? Just protect your own personal boundaries. Don't let anyone think they can walk all over you, feminine. And finally, boundless love. Today, I'll open my eyes a little wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again, with everything from honeybees to neon signs. And while I'm feeling this inspired and this in love, everything else sort of falls into place. This is the energy of being love. Okay, being love and shining that energy out into your universe, okay? We talk about people and how they might project their personal issues. Project love, okay? That's the only thing you should be projecting is love on everything and everyone. And the more you do that, the more love is going to come back to you, okay? So interesting reading. Probably one of my favorites so far. Probably better than any of the zodiac readings. So hopefully, y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. So let's go ahead and see what this Divine Masculine would like to say in form of musical messages. And you know, some of you might still be laughing at my Janice impression. Oh my God. I love it. I'm thinking of all of her lines. I'm just thinking of Janice in general. I hope that you guys have watched Friends and that I haven't spoiled the show for you guys in any way. But yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I feel like I watch the whole entire series at least once a year. So that should tell you how much of a fan I am of that show. So first of all, we have When You Say Nothing at All. So I feel like this song actually came up. I feel like I sang some of this song in the last musical messages reading. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. Try as I may, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. And that's Alison Krauss in Union Station. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I could have actually sung this in the February reading. So the fact that this song is coming up again, there's something very significant about this connection, okay? This masculine and feminine connection, they know exactly what's going on within each other without having to say a single word, okay? And that there's nothing more romantic than that. Having an understanding of someone by just looking in their eyes, knowing everything they're thinking and feeling without having to say anything. Oh my God, I love that kind of shit. That's so romantic. I swear to God, never in my life have I ever had a connection like that with anyone other than my masculine. So, let's see what else they have to say. So we have easy. You ran away to find something to say. I went astray to make it okay. And he made it easy, darling. I'm still in love, and I say that because I know how it seems between you and me. It hasn't been easy, darling. So, you know, to me, I feel like this is a song of saying like someone took comfort in someone else because it felt easy. And we were just talking about how the masculines went back to the karmics because it was easy, or they thought it would be, right? It's because they were used to it. They were comfortable with it. Okay, they probably had all of their things surrounding them. It would be so difficult to separate, right? It would be difficult to get a divorce and to find somewhere else to live and to divide everything up and spend all this money. But at the end of the day, I feel like this masculine is realizing that it really wasn't as easy as they thought, okay? They're still in love with the feminine. Okay, they're still in love, and they're telling you that they went back to the karmic because they thought it was easy, but they're still in love with you, and it wasn't that easy, okay? It wasn't at all. It hasn't been easy, darling. That's what they've said. They tried to take the easy way out, and at the end of the day, they ended up here, okay? 10 of Swords in the reverse. 5 of Cups in the reverse, looping in regret and betrayal and sadness and feeling just like complete crap, okay? So we also have Anyone by Justin Bieber. Listen, I don't care how you feel about Bieber. I love the Biebs. I don't care about his personal situation or what's going on in real life. I think he's a talented artist and I love all of his songs. So, yeah. So we have, if you ever move on without me, I need to make sure you know that you are the only one I'll ever love. Yeah, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done. If it's not you, it's not anyone. So let's get a couple more. Bittersweet Symphony. Huh. This is like the fucking theme song of the twin flame journey, y'all. Well, I never pray, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now. Oh my God, we said that this person is walking towards freedom, okay? But the airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. So this person is breaking free and they've been through the shit, but they're happy about it, okay? This person has gone through hell and they're saying, like, even though they went through hell, like, it's a fucking symphony because they're free now. So we're gonna get one more. Actually, this one's poking out, so I'm gonna take it. Beloved One by Ben Folds. You are meant for me. I believe you were sent to me from a dream, straight into my arms. Hold your body close to me. You mean the most to me. We will keep each other safe from harm. So this masculine is saying that they know you are their beloved. They want to keep you safe. They want to hold you and be with you, okay? So before I absolutely lose it, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading because obviously I'm all worked up, and I hope to God that this is true for everyone watching. So anyways, you guys, if you are still listening and you're a member of the Spicy Subscriber Society, please click on the video that's being shown for your intimate extended reading of this reading right here. So we'll be going even further in the Decameron Tarot and getting some naughty messages from Divine Masculine. So if that's up your alley, you can always feel free to join and become a member of the channel for some extra content. And not just any content, the spicy kind. So again, I hope you guys are safe and well. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will be back again very soon. I love you. Bye.